The following is a presentation of MRE UNO Division 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to Mahjong March here in the MANGAN 32 here on MRE UNO. We have our next stream match on the docket. We've had quite a few in the last 24 hours here, but over in the East 1 Regional, we have our defending winner, Lavina, who won the February Flurry at 7-0 right now on the season, taking on number 8 seed Tim, looking to end the undefeated streak for Lavina and get a huge win to help boost their resume and propel them in terms of the playoff picture with a major statement victory here. Um, both players have shown at points that they can go far in these tournaments. Tim, of course, doing so in just July, the regional finals appearance, and of course, Lavina winning the last tournament here. So, going to be a battle between two players who are very capable of going far here. So we'll see who comes out the winner. For Tim, would be a huge opportunity if they could get the win. For Lavina, would just be another good name to add to the list of people they have beaten so far in the season as they look to try and go back to back, which has only happened a few times in league history here. We'll see if Lavina can add themselves to that list here. We'll have to win this one and keep the run going to do that and make it back to the round of 16. We'll see if Lavina can come on top in this one, but let's go into the bracket here. And we had a lot of action go on yesterday, but only one match out of the East Wind Regional bracket, and that was Rune and Apollo. They went at it in a match last night. That one was pretty quick, but Rune making it out of the round 32. That round has been giving him some issues in the past, but makes it out this time, and we'll move on to the Haneman 16 for I want to say the first time since in a while, first time since I think 2024. Um, I think I'm not sure. I didn't double check that. But it's been a while for it's been a while for Rune. If you had maybe even the second time, one of the two. But Rune with a big win over Apollo moves on to the Hanman 16. Will face the winner of Dino and Sam, which will get started on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But then the upper part of the bracket, we got Lavina and Tim coming up next, and then later tonight, White Spider and Odin will go at it in the last match of the day. Winner of that will face the winner of this one. So we'll see how this all plays out. This round is going by pretty quickly here. As this we'll have some matches today, and then the round will end on Saturday. Weirdly, there was actually no matches scheduled for Friday, so that's going to be a bit of an off day there. But a lot of action coming at you in the next today and then on Saturday, with a little bit of a break in between on Friday. So, lot to look forward to here as we get things rolling. But jumping over to the overlay, gonna be doing this one solo here. Unfortunately, Tapir unfortunately Tapir was unable to attend here due to a few things coming up for him. But wishing him the best. We got both our players here though, looking to get things rolling here. We're gonna start with Lavina. I believe both players are gonna type their questions as well. So we'll get text answers for that. But for Lavina, starting with you, 7-0 so far. Got the win over GRJ in a very weird match in the last round with the Discord outage issues. But now you go up against Tim, who's looking to really rebound after they did not have a great tournament one. There's rolling in tournament two, especially with that comeback win over Blake in the opening round here. Your thoughts heading into this one, and kind of what you're expecting out of Tim? And then for Tim, question to you. You're going up against Lavina, who has been the player to beat so far this season. From your perspective, what would a win here today mean for you to get it done? I know if I would have asked to not start the match right away. We gotta do pregame. uh, Tim, what would let me see if I could do this. Actually, it's a good test. Okay, no, that did not work. All right. Tim, I asked, what would a win mean for you, in today to get the win over Lavina? All right. I'm gonna read. Okay, so technically the game started. I'm gonna quickly read these and then we'll get going. Happy to be here, General. Go for all these events. It's just not be out winless, which I've been doing so far. But these expectations rise higher and higher. Longer go undefeated. Where it could end anytime. I'm feeling good. Play here today. Beat number 8 of my region for the 8th win. Number correlation factors there. Tim has shown flashes a great play. I'm here to try to defend the title. And then for Tim. You'll see what Tim has to say here, and then just kind of get started. Would certainly be a huge near perfect Uno to pull off the upset. All right. We're gonna take a minute 30 off for this one, but we'll get this going here now. As yeah, with the switch off the green to start off, rolling the blue with Tim's card. Open this one out. Open this one up. Off the yellow, not the green. What am I talking about? There was a lot of green yesterday on the stream. Get these going. Got a Ditto play as the opening move for both here. So, both blue six off the table very early. If I am a bit quiet, that's because it is early in the morning. So that's why I should probably put my mic with no restriction at this point, because usually put it on a little bit restriction, but with me talking quieter, I should probably just do full volume. Yeah, both kind of getting it rolling here. Yeah, we are still running blue for a bit. Got a lot of people coming in to watch this stream here. We'll see who gets the win, but we're still doing blue. Another ditto here on the blue one. Both have been running blue for a good while here. This was a 13 card start, or no, this is 11 card start. My mistake. Um, I'm all disoriented all over the place. But yeah, the blue's gonna end here as Tim's gonna switch the green on a 3-card switch, using the skips to get over the green. Gonna place down the 0 here. Lavina gonna deny it with the yellow 0 though, gets the 0 switch there. And that's gonna force Tim to draw there, so Lavina able to block that one out there. Now Lavina looking to roll in the yellow. Tim gets the switch out of yellow into red though on the Scars 9. But crossover back into green with Lavina's own card. Lavina is controlling the colors pretty well at the moment here. This was the color Tim was wanting originally, but Lavina put a bit of a delay on it. And double play there to throw Tim back a little bit, but Lavina down low. Looking to get the opening game win. Draw from Tim and a draw from Lavina. Lavina at 2 cards will not have to finish. It's gonna have to draw. Now both are on draw city on the green 5. Top deck green 4 from Tim here, looking for uh looking for a breakaway. And gonna get the red 4. Gonna get the red 4 here. Double play on that one, reverse red 9. And Tim, I mean, again, Lavina has been controlling the colors on this for the most part in this game so far. Tim gonna play another 0. We got 3 zeros played already, and a +4 finish there from Lavina, and Lavina's gonna open the scoring 1-0. So Lavina gets it done. Line that one up there. I would assume the +4 came off a draw there because Lavina drew with 2 cards beforehand. Other than that, just kind of found a way to get there to the end. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say on that one. I'm pretty again. I think Lavina was able to pick up the top deck. Yeah, first top deck I did with the +4, but disconnected ammo was not happening before. So okay, so then two different colors on that one. Couple fail switches and numbers. Yeah, so Lavina needed to get rid of either the blue or the yellow there, um, and then the red thereafter. But was able to find a way to get that one going. But Lavina gonna open up 1-0. It's game 2. Gonna go with a 10 card start here. All right, there we go. And red 7 to open this one up here. I'm gonna quickly switch the coloring of the possession arrow because I'm realizing it's a little bit hard to see. All right, there we go. All right, red 8. Got the pin for the match to go back to later. But yeah, Lavina opening up with the red 8, DRJ's card, the player that Lavina beat in the prior round. And oh man, a big run here from Tim, as it's gonna be a 4-card run. Took a stop in green, but went back to red, and Lavina is going to actually encourage him to go back into the green with the wild. Tim may have exposed himself a little bit with the switch to green, and then switched immediately out back into red, and is gonna have to draw there. So Lavina with some early leverage on the colors. Lavina playing their own card now, but that's gonna cause again them to get switched out of green. Tim with the yellow 9, but Lavina cross over the blue. Lavina has been just controlling the colors so far. Um, Again, looking at the color switch stat, I mean it's still kind of even. Lavina only up by 1, but I mean in the sense of the last say, it feels like Lavina's kind of had say that, but no, we get a rainbow switch into the 9 actually, and that's gonna force Lavina to draw. Skittles there on the 9 there. And Tim now trying to take control of the colors here. Not sure if Lavina was expecting that one there, but Tim able to get the slight advantage for now. And Tim gonna have to draw as well, so that's gonna be a double stall out there. All right, Tim actually gets the wild here. Goes in the blue. And a 4-card run into green now from Lavina. Apologies about that. We'll be back. Let me quickly catch up on the rest. Yeah, I mean, running green, then Lavina got to switch the blue, and now a bit of a slap there from Tim. Plays the foils to the end that one off. It's 5-4 here. Tim with a slight lead. Now Lavina playing Tim's card on the blue 6, and it's tied up at 4 apiece. Blue 7 from Ninja Jacks. Lavina gonna have to draw here. And so will Tim, so both drawing out. Neither with the direct path here on blue. I'm gonna have to try to draw to get something going here. Tim gonna play the blue 3, and it's gonna allow Lavina to switch into the red. Tim does have the lead here for the moment, though. Does that line up better for Tim? We'll find out. And it does. It's gonna be a fatal switch. And Tim will get on the board here to tie it up 1-1. So that one did not work out there for Lavina, as Tim with the 3-card play on the skips, and then ending it on yellow. So Tim on the board there. Considering that one a W to get the win there. And for Tim, making it 1-1, and we'll get the homestand now for Game 3 and Game 4. So, in an alright spot, but for Lavina, fatal switch there. Only thing I gotta ask is if Lavina, if you had some kind of lineup there to potentially get to the end soon, or if it was just kind of getting out of draw city for that one. Interesting one. Color control battles. Interesting. Nothing lined up. A lot of crossover numbers. Alright. Better not fatal switch as well. I see. Alright, well, gonna go to game 3 here. Tim has the call. Just can't pick 10 here. We'll see what Tim decides to go for. Gonna go for the OG start on 7. See how this one plays out as red skip will open this one on the red. And Tim is gonna have nothing on the start here. Not a good start for Tim. See what Lavina has. Lavina has a red 5 here. We'll close the skip door. We'll get things rolling here on the red. Tim gets a top deck red 2 here. And Lavina gonna have to draw now. That top deck may have been of poor timing for Lavina. Now the green 2, the switch from Tim here, so that top deck does help Tim get out of red. Tim will look to get rolling now, and that's going to be that's going to open the door for Lavina to switch into blue now. So quickly responds on that one. Lavina will retake the lead with that. Tim goes back into the green though, and Lavina going to have to draw again. Both tied at 5 cards apiece here. Another green 4 from Tim. And now let's switch the blue. Just going back into the blue. This color Lavina wants. Tim has a skip and it's going to have to draw. And wow, that skip's actually going to open the door to switch into red now. Goes down to 2. I don't know, Tim may want that one back depending on how this goes. Switches into yellow, which we have not seen so far. And that's allowing the crossover into back into blue. Does Tim have an answer? Ooh, Tim does have an answer. Has a +2, but is going to have to draw there. So throws 2 more cards for the Lavina here, but we'll save the game for the moment. Plays the blue 6. Gonna be another draw here from Tim. Lavina looking to get the Uno, will not do it. Lavina going to have to draw that +2. Very likely threw them off what they were going for. And Tim going to be able to stay alive in this one for the moment. Both going to be drawing on the blue 6 here. You know, the blue 9 top deck looking to get out blue. Tim will provide the switch on the Venus card. It's true, there's been a lot of blue 6s and blue 9s. Lavina with the green 8 here, down to 2. Tim looking to get something going on the green here. Gonna play the Clint green 0. Lavina gonna have to draw again. Looks like the hand could be a bit disorganized on the colors. Not that +2, but may have been very effective at throwing Lavina off. Another +2 coming Lavina's way as Tim adds it on. And it's gonna be a bit of a scoreboard flip now as Lavina switches to the yellow. That might have actually lined up for Tim well here. And it's going to be a ditto play on that one. Tim now at Uno. And it's going to be 2 cards in that one. Reversing the skip, but leaves it open. Does Tim have it? Tim does have it on the yellow there. And Tim able to hang on in that one. Gets the win. It's going to be 2-1 Tim now. I think that +2 really made the difference there, as I believe Lavina would have finished it off with the blue 6 there, but the +2 definitely disorganized their hand a bit, and allowed Tim to kind of swoop in and get it done, especially with that switch into yellow. Bad switch for me. It's had a couple TV traps here, but I think it was not winning this game even with a +2. So for Lavina, wasn't feeling great about that one after the +2 there. Um, and then for Tim, able to get that one, done. It's gonna be 2 wins in a row for Tim now. 3-1 will be a big advantage here. Lavina looking to make it 2-2 here. All right, Tim gonna go with the gonna have the game 4 call here, and gonna go with the full send. So Tim looking to go for 15 here. The spice, as Lavina says. Alright, so we're gonna go with the full send here on this one with the 15 card start. And we have game 4 underway with the yellow 3 to start this one out. Tim with a bit of an early reaction here. We'll see what to make of that one as we gotta switch the green right off the bat. Lavina just gonna roll with green here, but alarms may be on for Lavina at the moment here. Not trusting the keyboard spam at the start of this one. But both rolling now on green. Lavina plays their own card, the green 9. It's just popped up so many times so far in the series. It's been a recurring card. Alright. Green 7 from Tim. And now the switch into red there from Lavina, so both have been running numbers so far. That's kind of usually what you see sometimes on these full sends, just kind of rolling on the numbers. Lavina with the shout out to fellow European Puzzle Dan as Tim with a double play here to take the definitive lead here. And the yellow wild here now from Lavina, so gonna mix it up a little bit. Switch the red, but is immediately going off it. Was typing as scam? Let's see. Okay, yellow 5, yellow 6. Gonna just play a number for now. Yeah, both on plan A still so far. Tim gonna add another one here with the yellow 0. Lavina gonna have a self-ditto there with the yellow 6. 6 moving on to the round of 16 after a win yesterday. Got ditto play on the yellows here. Both hope to keep that one going. But Tim actually going to capitalize on the ditto there to switch into blue. Another play of the Nova card there with the blue 9. Now Lavina with the blue 6. Both still on plan A here. Both just kind of running it down. Lavina is typing on this one. Looking for a big answer here, and a big answer indeed. We have a big run here. Looking for the finish potentially. At a +6 right now also, and oh man, that is not what Lavina wanted to do there. Left the door open. Did that in the wrong order. So I'm gonna leave the door open for Tim to respond. We'll see what Lavina ends up doing here. That would be the saying. Oh, Tim's just gonna go for a green 8 here. And yeah, the +4. I mean, that was kind of the thing. I'm not sure if Tim had something else there to counteract that, but I did see the +4 there in the wrong order, so no, okay, so Lavina able to kind of escape with one on that one. Uh, but yeah, Tim with nothing but numbers. That probably was what the key spam reaction was, but it is now 2-2 here. It's all tied up with Plan A win there. First mechanical mistake ever wrong time to log in. But yeah, both kind of running that one down. No draws in that game, but in the end, Lavina getting the win there, despite the mistake on the ordering there. That's always the one risk with the commands there. If you mess up the ordering or one of the commands, could always screw up your finish. But Lavina going to take the home stand for a very critical game 5 here now, as they got the win on the full send. And Lavina gonna like the high tier, gonna stay there. Gonna go with 14. 90% send as Tim will coin it, and we start with a green 4. Alright, gonna open up with the kind of double that one up there for Lavina. Going with green 8. Alright, and Tim actually gonna go back down to the green 4 here, so that's both green 4s off the table here early in game number 5. And Lavina gonna go back up to the green 8 now, so that is 2 cards that are completely wiped very early on in this one. Both taking a little bit extra time here. Tim gonna go with the green 3 on this one. Can't go to green 4 again because then I'd have questions. That's gonna open the door for Lavina to switch in the blue, so got a different color here for the moment. Alright, and the crossover into the red now for him, going into red. Lavina's just gonna roll with it for now, both still on plan A. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this game here. These have been pretty quick games, all things considered. I don't think any game has gone above 5 minutes on this one so far. In this one so far, 6 minutes. Game 1 was 5 minutes 45. No mistake. Lavina gonna switch it into the blue. And we got a big run here from Tim. On the reverses, 3 different colors on that one. And ends it with the red here. Gonna take the lead with that. Lavina just gonna keep going on the red for the moment though. Game 4 was plan A on both ends here with Lavina getting the win here. Tim looking to get a plan A win of their own to make it 3-2. And you switch the yellow here now. Try to mix things up. And Lavina with some ammo here, gonna use the wild to go in the green. Both players trying to make one another draw. Tim taking a second to craft this next play here. Really taking their time on this one. Could there be a finish line, but we'll see. No, it's gonna be a while and it's gonna go to red. And Lavina has a wild of their own. Another wild from Lavina. That's 3 wilds in a row. And are we gonna get 4 wilds in a row? Tim is refusing to back down here on this one. No, it's gonna be a +4, double +4 actually. And Tim is gonna make it 3-2, one away from the win. He's had the wild there and then double +4 on that one from the start. And it's gonna get it done here. Another plan A. Another plan A on that one, get it done, and Tim is one away from the upset and giving Lavina their first loss of the season. Um, actually okay with that. Nothing to do on that one. Almost used power play in vain. So, um, yeah, Lavina was considering power play there. Probably thankful they did not use it there because I think it most likely would have been burnt unless they had a direct path. But Tim in technically longest game so far by 1 second. It's up 3-2 with the call in game 6, one away from the win. This could be Tim's day if they can get it done here. But Lavina looking to stay alive in this one. Lavina has made comebacks before in the past, so looking to do another one here. Got the game 6 call. Tim is gonna keep it going on the high tier here with the 13 card start. Trying to channel the power of the Swifty here. If it was up to Tim, probably would have selected 22 on this one to try to channel that energy, but 22 is not allowed. But gonna be a blue 7 to start this one off. And third card showdown vibes. The event ran by Brad over in Grimland. That's going on at the moment. Yeah, we're underway with blue here. High pressure game for both. Tim looking to end this one here and get a huge win. Lavina looking to keep this one alive and force game 7. Lavina gonna switch it to the yellow off the 0 here. So it gets a tough switch right off the bat as Tim gonna just keep going with the yellow. Now the L6 here from Lavina. Just kind of riding the yellow so far. Last 2 games have been plan A's here. Do we get a third straight? We'll see. Haven't really been many draws as of late. Switch to blue now. Now the crossover in the green. Tim really trying to throw Lavina off here. And Lavina gonna keep going with the green. Both had 9 cards here. That's 4 straight plays so far with numbers. Tim gonna extend it to 5 though. Oh, big run here from Lavina +6 there with a 4-card run. Really throws Tim back, as Tim is going to be now at 14 cards, Lavina at 5. Yeah, Lavina really trying to create some separation here, get this win, prevent Tim from closing this one out right away. Tim gonna respond back with a little firepower here with a +2. Throw Lavina back to 7. Let's both keep going on blue. Right, Tim gonna switch the green, but Lavina gonna say no and crosses over into the red. Lavina still technically on plan A here. Double play here from Tim, looking to close that gap. Lavina just gonna keep rolling on the red here. We'll see who gets this one done here, but Tim taking a second to type, looking for the run. Taking a bit here, 4 minutes past. Kind of getting close to that range where these games end. At least so far on average. Switch over into the green here, so Tim trying to hope that Lavina has no green. Lavina does have green, still able to keep it running. And it has been a while since either player has had a self draw. You have to go back to game 3 to find the last one there. Just kind of been full throttle for both in the last few games. Tim taking their time, making sure they got what they want to go for all lined up. All right, green 1 from Tim. Tim not feeling too great about this one here. And Lavina got to switch into the yellow here. Lavina is just continuing to run it. Gets down to 2 on the switch to the yellow. Alright, we just passed 5 minutes 46 here, so this will be the longest game of the series so far. So I think the pace has slowed down a little bit, both kind of taking their time here. It's him really taking his time on this one, trying to think what he's got to do. Really would like to end the series here and not have to go to game 7. But we'll see how this one pans out. Yeah, really taking a bit to sort this one through. Again, it's just kind of been full throttle from both here. No real draws from anyone in a while. It's gonna be a double play here for Tim. Got the pie card there. Let's see what Lavina has. Lavina on check with the wild. The blue gets the Uno. Does Tim have a way to get out of this blue? Or force Lavina to draw extra cards? Let's see. Tim could maybe have something here. We'll see. We'll see. I have 5 cards. Yeah, Tim cannot power play here if they wanted to. But since Lavina's at Uno. Maybe Tim does have something, but it might disrupt something else he was trying to line up. We'll see what Tim ends up doing here. We're just about to hit 9 minutes in this game. And Tim does have the option to keep it going with the +4, but it's going to have to switch to the green and draw. I think for Tim, it was not the preferred option there, but wanted to make sure the game can keep going. That's actually going to be our first draw since game 3 from either player. And now both are drawing on the green here. Lavina just going to switch the opening from a reverse to a skip. And both are going to be out on green. The lineup was right there for both, but Lavina getting the Uno on the wild there, and Tim gonna playing some defense with the +4. He's gonna make it where we get to potential draw city here. I mean, I got a top deck green 8, could get the switch out. And we do get the switch out in the blue, which was what Lavina was originally wanting. So we are back underway here, back on that blue. Tim actually with the lead here. Tim goes running on blue. And a wild from Lavina here going into the green, goes back into the green, which we had a draw city on. Didn't feel comfortable running the blue any longer than that. Alright, so yeah, both running green now. On the top decks there, but it's gonna be a draw city for both. Yeah, Lavina gonna go with the more defensive play on that one. As draw city will keep on going. Alright. I apologize. I am back again. But as I come back, we are off draw city with a switch to red, but then a crossover into yellow. Quick table check here. Lavina with the slight lead. This has been a long game here. 14 minutes. But a double play here will tie it up here. Tie it up, or actually no, it will give Tim the possession arrow lead once again. And Lavina gonna snatch it right back here with a +2. And a double play of their own. Yeah, Lavina played some defense with the wild green there, and we'll see if that turns out well in getting this game when Tim is going to have to draw no more yellow from Tim. Lavina looking to keep it going, Lavina will. Decently sized gap now at the moment. My mic is picking something up in the background. I'm not sure what it is. And a big +4 here from Tim. Really gonna disrupt things, and it's gonna be now running on blue. Yeah, that really I don't think that was what Lavina was hoping for there. As Tim retakes the lead. Trade some of the wilds for your +4s would be nice. Yeah, I mean, kind of looking at the stats here. 6-2 on the wilds for Lavina, but 4-2 on the +4s for Tim. Uh, all things considered, actually a pretty even game. Lavina has the +2 advantage. Squall and escapes and reverses are pretty even, so I think the card strength matchup could actually pan out decently even on this one for the moment. But blue 5 from Tim, and Lavina is gonna have to draw on the blue. Oh man, that is not what they were hoping for here. Tim with the green 5. Lavina continues to draw. Is Lavina running out of time here? Tim gonna have to draw though, so puts himself into a corner. And both again on the draw city on the green here. 16 minutes in this game. Draw city keeps on going here. Quick peek at the card history tab here. See a few ammo cards off the board here, but there actually has not been a lot of red, so that might be popping up at some point very soon. As they both continue to draw on the green here. Lavina going to top deck the top deck a Ditto. That's not really gonna do a whole lot. And Tim again taking a minute. Yeah, I think in this game specifically, the pace has actually slowed down a decent bit. Both kind of taking pauses to kind of think through it. Is a big +6 here from Tim. Finds a draw here on either the green +2 or the yellow +2, and throws Lavina back and goes in the yellow. Lavina up to 17 cards now. A big disadvantage here for Lavina. Never imagine bringing with her because Lavina. I mean, both players really having to think through this game here. A lot of strategy going on in this game 6. Lavina gonna have to dissect through her 17 cards now and figure out a way to try and make this one back, as Lavina is gonna take a second to look through this hand and think what they gotta do. This is, this is not the game I was quite expecting for game 6 here. This series has been kind of games that have been going about 5 minutes. This one going much longer than that one. At this rate looking to go well over 20 minutes. It's definitely a very hard fought game on this one. This definitely in some ways feels like game 7, despite it being only game 6. Both still have power play, so that is an option. Alright, we got a big run here from Lavina here to try to bring this one back. There was a +2 in the middle of that one, but keeps the run going. And it's going to be a 6-card run here, and we land on blue, so closes the gap considerably, but Tim's still up by 4. And switches over into the red, which Lavina just ran on with some of those ammo cards. Lavina typing it up again. It's going to be a double play here on the red. Has another spare ammo card that they held on to. The red reverse. And we'll close the gap just a little bit more once again. But Tim going to keep it going on the red now. Wild play going into blue. Past 20 minutes in this one. Tim at 5, Lavina at 8. Tim gonna play their own card here on the blue 6. Lavina looking to continue to try to make this mini comeback here. And gets closer and closer again with a double play there. Technically not a ditto because the blue skip was thrown in the middle of that, but both blue 6s have been played. Tim hoping that Lavina hoping that Tim does not have a 4-card run here. And Tim gonna power play. And that 4-card run may come to fruition here. With the help of a power play. So Tim nor power play we'll see what they do. But looking to get a huge win on the season here in Can Lavina, their first loss, and tries to go for the call out. Don't believe it's gonna work, and that is it. After 21 minutes and 56 seconds in game 6, Tim has pulled off the win and will move on to the round of 16, and we will have a new tournament winner here as Lavina is out in the MANGAN 32. What a game to end that one off here, but Tim with a huge win here, a huge statement win, that will go a long way on the resume here, as Tim will get the job done. Wow, what a hard-fought game 6 there. Um, well played from both players, but in the end, it's going to be Tim moving on to the Haneman 16. Um, learned so much from Lavina, Color Master, and all 21:55 on that one, so one extra second I added there. But yeah, very long game to end that one there, but it's going to be Tim, the big win here, takes down the reigning champion and will move on. Improves to 10-9 on the game record and 2-1 on the season here. And a big win in general for Tim. Tim, I'm gonna go to you. That was a really hard fought game in game 6. Went 21 minutes, nearly 22 minutes there. Just kind of your thoughts, not only getting that game win, but also winning this series here and moving on. And getting a huge win over a really good player like Lavina. Just kind of your thoughts. Break it down for me. Apologies on that. I don't really have a whole lot of control on that, but anyways, we're gonna read some of these post game thoughts here. Um so I'm gonna start with Tim here. I think taking my time really helped me settle down. Hope it didn't take too long. Nah, that's fine. It's kind of whatever. It's kind of whatever. I get it if you got me time to think through it. Game 6, so many power playable opportunities if only a certain card disappeared. Um, Second time winner T1 is falling early on T2. I mean, yeah, I mean, uh, Lavina did get a win though. It goes on to round 32 last season. It was Luke who went out in the round of 64, so um, technically did better in that perspective. But Lavina was hoping to go a bit further. We'll read what Lavina has to say. GG's for a great match. Slightly unlucky in the deciding moments the last couple of games when I called Uno on the Blue Wild. Way earlier in the game, just had another Wild trying to beat a color switch of some sort. The extra cards got me. Chose blue because it was out of plus twos available at last plus fours. Got me this time. Thought you could not be able to chain extra card. Thought you would not be able to chain extra cards, so you had the plus four if you used power play in game 7. Made the wrong call from me. Really wondered what would happen now. And then for Lavina, first of all, winning 7 games in a row is no small feat. Used trouble Lavina for that. Now match was like a roller coaster ride for me. So many situations where I found myself in the garden here, come plus 4, plus 2 to bail me out. Really, they're not Lavina like color mastery, so I hope it comes back stronger next season. Long as some of the opponent in good games. Yeah, and I figured the card strength metric would be pretty balanced on that one. I mean, looking at the stats, 5 to 2, kind of the 5 to 2 on the plus fours for Tim, but then the 9-2 and then the 7-2 on the wilds. That both of those are going to kind of balance that out a little bit, and the skips reverses are pretty even. So, um, yeah, I think that was a pretty straight. I think it was a pretty even game in terms of the ammo there, but Tim with a huge win here. Um, as Tim will be moving on to the next round here. Big statement win kind of helped them out. And we kind of has talked about before. Tim has shown to be a boomer bust player here, and it's looking like a very big boom here for Tim in this tournament here, making it back to the round of 16 for the first time since their debut in just July, where they went to the regional finals in that tournament here. So look at the two, same here, and overall will be a very nice bounce back for Tim here as they went out in the round of 64 in tournament 1 here. So a good showing can definitely go a long way for the season. Gonna have your updated bracket here in just a bit. Just gotta get it all sorted and whatnot. Yeah, big win here for Tim today. So that'll kick off the action for the day. We'll have a few more matches going on in the afternoon, but yeah, big statement from Tim here. So they will get it done. So yes, in the Eastwind Regional, we have a 7 and 8 seed moving on so far here. So kind of those mid seed numbers at the moment doing very well. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very close card shrink metric here. Goes to the thousands there. 1-3. That was very easy, or not very easy. Very close on that one there. Very even. That's what I meant to say. Top five, maybe it's close. It's probably close. Maybe it might be slightly outside that, but it's definitely going to be in contention for that. But yeah, we're gonna look at the bracket here. So Tim moving on to the Haneman 16. Congratulations, Tim. We will get a new tournament winner here with Lavina going down. That's the third one seed that's gone down. Also, Cage only one left. The one seeds have kind of struggled so far this season. Only one has made it to the round of 16, and that being Cage this tournament here. So might be something to watch as the season goes along. But one seed's kind of having a struggle getting out of the first 2 rounds. But Tim gonna get a big one here, moves on. And that'll do it for the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank Noah for doing the refing for this one, and along with everyone who came out to watch, including both our players in the VC. Congrats to Tim on the big win. And we will see you Saturday. That'll be our last stream for the round. That'll be Al Brazil, Gabriel Limestick. We'll see you on Saturday. As we will conclude the round there on Saturday. But thank you all so much for watching. We will see you then.